Welcome back to my channel. In 2007, I started selling on Amazon. When I sold my first book, I was so excited. I made a whopping $5. But when that joy wore off, I realized, hey, I gotta pack this book. I gotta actually ship this book. What the heck do I do? How do I do it? What do I put in an envelope? Do I put it in a box? I just had no clue. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I know I muddled my way through it and packed that one and the next and the next. And now packing books is like second nature. But it took some trial and error to find the perfect packing material for media, whether it be books, DVDs, CDs, VHS tapes. It just took a while to figure out what works for me. And right after this, I'm going to show you what I believe is the perfect way to pack books, CDs, and DVDs. And that's coming up right after this. Okay, this is a medium multi-D media shipper from IPS Innovations. They're not as famous, so to speak, as Uline or some of the other shipping companies, and you've probably never heard of them. I stumbled upon them years ago, don't even know how, but I found these are the best way to ship books. I mean, to me, they're the best way. They keep them most secure, they protect them during shipment, and I've never had a complaint from anyone who has gotten a book in one of these book folds. But they're called a multi-D media shipper. They're just a book fold. It looks kind of weird, huh? You don't know what to do with it. I was stumped at first and had to watch their friendly video, but I'm going to show you here. Do you fold this end up? Do you fold this end up? Do you fold this down? Yes, and sort of. So what you do is, you take your book off first. You obviously got to make sure your book fits in the square, like that. And it doesn't have to fill it up, doesn't have to fill it up this way, but it just has to fit within that square, obviously. So you take your book up, and you pull this down like this. And no, you don't keep pulling it, because that wouldn't work. You twist it. It's perforated, so it twists. And you bring it on down and straighten it up. Now you put your book back in there. So far so good, easy. Now maybe you can see how it's come together. Then what you do is you sort of hold down the book and fold down the top. Fold this side up. Fold this side over. And then fold this side over. And then tape it up. There you have it. Protected. It's convenient. It's easy. And, fairly cheap. It's, competitive priced with other book folds and envelopes that you buy from Uline and some of the other places. I've found this is the best way to ship books of a certain size. Like I said, it comes in small, medium, and large. This happens to be in a medium. The smalls are good for shipping like 3 or 4 DVDs at once, small paperback books, what have you. But the best way to ship. Cool, huh? Alright. This is a book fold that I get from Uline. It's a little less user-friendly, and you can order it online, so it's a little bit easier to get, but it's not quite as handy as the other book folds, and I'll show you how this one works. Again, you can see it's multi-depth for different size books. This one's a little easier. You just put your book in here. I found that books that are almost the width of this square in here, books that are approximately this size, work the best with these book folds. So you put this one in there, and you fold up like that. You fold up like that. Fold up like that. And then you do that. And now you have your book encased in cardboard. I like it. It's nice and neat, and for slightly wider books, this works well for graphic novels or wider landscaping type books. But Uline only sells these in one size, this width. Like I said, you can put taller books. It's multi-depth, but this is the width that has to work for you. And these are competitively priced as well. 30, 40 cents. You can check the website for exactly how much they cost. And obviously, the more you buy, the cheaper they are. But if you sell a lot of books, this would be a good choice. I like the IPS ones. The multi-D media shipper's better, but I keep a supply on these on hand for books that are approximately the right size. So that's my book fold from Uline. I ship a lot of DVDs. I've told the story on different videos of how I bought so many DVDs on several occasions. And so I ship a lot of DVDs. People will tell you DVDs don't sell are wrong. DVDs still sell. Amazon has gated a lot of DVDs and CDs, and if you're an Amazon seller, you know that. eBay has not, so far, thankfully. But I still sell a lot of Amazon. These are older DVDs. They're not the more popular ones, which tend to be gated more. And usually these are a little cheaper. They range from $5 to $10. But, a $5 to $10 sale is a $5 to $10 sale, right? And these are easy. I just slip them into these little bubble mailers, numbered DVD from Uline. Just pop it in there and seal it up with tape. No problems. I've never had any problems, or very little problems, except for once with a scammer, which is detailed in the video, who said the case was damaged. It was not. But that's how I ship DVDs. Alright, we'll talk about CDs. Scooter Lee. She's been in my inventory since like 2010, and she finally sold. I used to buy little CD boxes from Uline. They're the little boxes made to hold CDs, and CDs were well protected, never had any problem with them sending, but that was just one more packing material to keep in my inventory. I found these small DVD mailers work just as well. So I just slide it in there, obviously, seal it up, but then I fold it over like this to make the package smaller. That way it gives a little more cushion on the CD, at least part this way. Makes the package smaller. 4x6 label fits on it fine. Out the door it goes. That's how I package CDs. Thanks for watching. I'm going to put all information about my packing materials in the listing description below. If you like this channel, if you like this information I provided, be sure and hit like, be sure and hit the bell notification, and most of all, please subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to get more subscribers this year, and so I can keep bringing you this information, maybe tell some stories about thrifting, and show you what I bought, what I sell, and basically have a good time. So with that being said, we'll talk again.